Hi friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Lori. Today is day 3 of my Happy Holidays series that I do every December for the first 10 days of December. This year is especially crazy, but also very exciting because we recently purchased a condo in the Back Bay of Boston. One of the things that has been on my mind is how things are going to work out for my man over here, Lumpy. Lumpy is going to be 2 in February. He is one of the loves of my life. Buying this condo was made extra challenging because we had to accommodate a puppy. I just want to share with you some of the things in today's haul that I picked up specifically for Lumpy, and then some of the things that I'm bringing with me that I picked up in the past years that just work for him. One of the units that we looked at was on the 3rd floor, and we actually put an offer in on it. This is when we were looking in the north end. It was just a gorgeous unit. It had views of the water. I was actually grateful that they did not accept our offer because the thought of going up and down 3 flights of stairs every time Lumpy had to go out, I don't know what I was thinking. So where we purchased, we are on the ground level and we have access to outside very easily. We have a parking spot, so we really landed in a good place, but Lumpy was on the forefront of our mind when we were considering a place. And also because we're going to be living in both places between our home here and in the city. My husband works in the city, so we're going to be part-time in both places, and I'm going to be the one who ends up commuting more. Jay has been commuting for almost 30 years to Boston, so now it's his turn to have the short commute to work. We both plan on working from home on the days that Tina is here. We'll go into the city at different times. So today I'm going to share with you my Lumpy haul and all of the apparatus that I'm bringing with me to our new condo to make sure that this little guy has a smooth transition and that he's happy in his new home. Also, I'm very excited because I originally thought we were going to sign papers tonight and that we weren't going to be able to get into the house until Wednesday. Now today, fingers crossed, we're doing the final walkthrough today. All the paperwork has been signed. So hopefully the final walkthrough will go well this afternoon, and fingers crossed, if all the paperwork gets processed, we will have the keys tonight, and I am so excited. So I will bring you with me to the final walkthrough at the end of this video and share with you what I see. From that point on, we're gonna have a lot of content in Boston. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see how things go in our move to Boston, where I'm going to be thrifting, how I'm going to decorate the apartment. So many fun things to talk with you about in the future on this channel. So let's get started with my little Lumpy haul. So I want to talk with you first about the thing that has been the best purchase I've made in a while. And I will link everything. I think everything I have here you can get at Amazon. So I'll just make sure that I share the link with you because I think I got everything on Amazon except for one thing. I have a friend who told me about a snuffle pad. Have you ever heard of a snuffle pad before? I had never heard of a snuffle pad before. And one of the things I was really nervous about and am really nervous about is Lumpy being alone in the condo and being sad and crying. He has a tendency to howl when we leave, or like sometimes I'm just in the shower and he's one room over and he cries like I'm gone. And he only howls for like 30 seconds, but it's like a very sad howl. I just want to keep him happy and busy when we're gone. I don't want him to be bored. So my friend said, get him a snuffle pad. I said, what the heck is a snuffle pad? This is a snuffle pad. It's basically a faux patch of grass that the dogs can like sniff through and find their treats. Not only does this work for treats, I will have a full bowl of food for Lumpy. I mix dry food with actually frozen food from Pet Fresh. He doesn't like it in the refrigerator, he likes it frozen. So I do a scoop of frozen and then a scoop of the dry food and it mixes in. Anyway, sometimes it will sit all day and he won't eat it. If I put it in, look at, I don't know if you can see him right now, he loves this snuffle pad so much. If I just put his food in the snuffle pad, it will take him like 20 minutes to eat it. He loves it. This was $15 and change. And what I love about it is you can take the drawstring out like this and lay it flat so it can be like a mat. Or if you're concerned about food going everywhere, like if I put his whole meal in here, you can make it like a bowl and just cinch the drawstring and then the sides go up and then it kind of holds everything inside. This thing is unbelievable. I've been really good about only giving it to him at certain times because my plan in Boston is to only give this to him when I leave so that he's not sad when I first leave. This will take him like 10 or 15 minutes to eat. So it's great to fight boredom. It's also great if you have a dog who eats his food too fast. That's not a problem for us, but you can put it in all the little crevices here. And then he just goes to town. So this morning I had filled his bowl, he ignored it, and then I just literally poured it into all these little spots, and he sat there for 10 minutes and ate. And I only put half in, and then about 10 minutes later, I put the other half in, and now it's empty. What I do when I leave the house to add a little extra something to it is, in addition to the dry food, I kind of like to put dry food in here, not the frozen food in here, just in case, but the food has not lasted long enough for the frozen food to defrost. And I'm purposely not giving it to him too much because I don't want it to get old. I want it to stay new and exciting. But when I leave the house, in addition to the dry food, here you go, Lumpy, you can play. I will add these mini Train Me training rewards. I love these because they're tiny. The brand is called Crazy Dog. I thought it was appropriate. This is the one thing I bought at TJ Maxx. However, I have loved these. Lumpy has loved them, and they are available on Amazon. They have them in the 10-ounce bag, which gives you 500 treats, or they have a 4-ounce bag that gives you 200 treats. So I'll link these. This is the chicken flavor. They have a variety of flavors. I'm sure any would work, but he really, really loves this. And I love this because the pieces are so small. So I will mix these in the snuffle mat with his dry food before I leave the house. And it just, I know he's excited and he's gonna be preoccupied thinking about sniffing out all of his food, finding the treats with the dry food, and he's not gonna be sad about us leaving. So that is like my top recommendation of this whole haul. So I wanted to share that with you first. These treats are amazing too. In the same light of like keeping the dogs busy, this was from last year, and I'm not sure if I shared this in my favorite things, but this is like, do you remember Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down? Like this is like a little Weeble, and you take off the lid and you fill the little section here with treats for the dog. And then you can adjust how quickly you want the treats to come out, or if you have larger treats, you can make the opening a little bit smaller, and it's weighted on the bottom. So when the dog like pounces it over, it just bounces back up, and sometimes the food like flings across the room. He just has a really good time with it. And this is the opening here. You can see where he has scratched it. I gave these as gifts last year. Jay's brother and sister both have 2 dogs. So I always give them gifts at Christmas, and I gave each of the dogs one of these, and they're so wonderful. So they wobble around. You can put these treats in here. It's just another thing to keep him busy. I ended up with an extra one, so I'm gonna bring one to Boston and leave one here. Another thing that I've been using for a really long time, so much so that I'm on the auto ship program at Amazon, are these dental chews. So back when we had Lulu and Lucky, we started on these, and I've continued with Lumpy. My dogs all love Greenies, the brand name Greenies, but they're very, very expensive. I found these dental chews by the brand WAG. They're green dental chews. You get 60 treats. These are the small version, and I think I get one of these like every 3 or 4 months. I had kind of a backlog of them, so I slowed it down a little bit, but it comes in 2 bags inside, so you can keep them fresh. And then I just have a container on my counter that I put those in for the dog. I had one out to show you, but I think Lumpy already grabbed it and ate it. But I'll for sure be bringing one of these to Boston. It's also a nice treat. Sometimes I will give him a greenie when we get back from a walk. Just a little something to calm him down, because he's usually all hyped up from the brisk walks that we've been taking lately, and we come in and then I give him a greenie. He loves them. If you have a dog who likes greenies or doesn't like to have their teeth brushed, you can do these little dental chews. The WAG brand is really good, and it's a huge savings compared to the brand name. Next up are these calming wipes. I noticed when we took Lumpy into Boston, when we were looking in the North End, that he was much dirtier when he got home from walking the streets of Boston than he is like here in the country, just like frolicking outside in the grass. I worry about ticks here. I worry about dirt and rats in the city. Rats terrify me. It's my biggest fear about moving to Boston. Hopefully he will keep them away from me because I'm terrified. Anyways, this is Calming Dog Wipes. They're lavender scented, 150 of them. The brand is Green Bone. They're really nice. They smell like lavender. And just like when he comes in, I like to wipe his paws a little bit. I'm not like so on top of him, but if we happen to be on a walk and, you know, we walk through some questionable stuff in the city, it's just different than here. I don't really worry about it here, unless he's like muddy, that's different. But I worry about like actual like dirt and yucky things in the city. Maybe I'll get over it, but right now I'm gonna keep these close by. Hopefully they will work in the city, and I love the scent of lavender. Oh, this is something that I don't know how it's gonna go, but I have a friend who has this Furbo dog camera that also dispenses treats. I'm a little nervous about this because he will bark at things if he gets really excited. There's a ball called a Wicked Ball, and it like goes in different directions. It's got great reviews online on Amazon, and I was considering getting that when I was looking at the snuffle pad, but I have a feeling that he will bark at it. Like sometimes he barks at this if he can't get the treat out, and I don't wanna do anything that's going to provoke him. Like the snuffle pad is great because it tires him out. It keeps his brain occupied. I feel like sometimes certain toys, he gets too excited and he barks at them. He's also known to like throw his greenie and play catch with himself and bark at the greenie. So anyways, I can't do anything about that. However, I'm worried that this camera, which also dispenses treats, and I believe has a speaker, like I think he can even hear me through this. I haven't gotten into it yet. There is a subscription required that I'm just reading now and did not realize. But you get a 360 view of the dog. I've never had a camera in the house when I wasn't here, but with this in the condo, I'm not sure how he's gonna behave when I'm not in the house. So I figured we would try the dog camera. I mean, am I such a empty nester with just one dog? He's like my only child. I have this whole setup of things I'm bringing to the apartment for him. Let me know in the comments if you have a Furbo, if you like it. I haven't opened it yet. It was like $90, but see, there's the camera on the back. You control it from your phone. It's an app that you download. Photos and videos, treat toss, two-way talk. Like, I don't know if he hears my voice, if that's gonna freak him out. So I'm not really sure how this is gonna work, but I did buy this for the condo and we're gonna see how it goes. The final thing that I bought for him, he absolutely loves, and this is like an anti-anxiety like snuggle bed. I ended up getting a few of these, some for here, downstairs and upstairs, and then I'm going to keep one downstairs in the condo and upstairs in the condo. But it is the softest bed. I feel like I probably could have gone down a size on this, but it's unbelievable. The reviews on this bed were crazy. He will just nestle up, and what he loves about it is there's this ability to just nestle their face right in the corner so they can really feel cuddly in it. I think if I had gone one size down, it would have really just hugged him, but it is the softest blanket and it's so sweet. Like I have one next to our bed and he's either on the bed with us, but sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll look over and he's just in his little bed. I'm really excited about this because again, if he's stressed when we're not in the house because it's an unfamiliar home to him, I want him to be as relaxed as he can. And some people also suggested like anti-anxiety medicine for him. I don't really think we're there. I know there's like some CBD drops or things like that that you can give dogs to calm them. I don't think we're at that level, but I'm sure the camera is going to be very educational. What I don't know is if I should have just bought a cheap camera that I can see him with, not one that I can talk to him or give him treats. I don't know if that's more than I needed, but let me know if you have any experience with the Furbo dog camera and what you think of it. I have a few sales to share with you before we go. I just recorded a little bit from yesterday. Sales have definitely started to slow down. I'm at 815 items. We keep selling a couple and then we list a couple drafts. I haven't really done much with my liquidation sale. I feel like we've done really well and I'm not bringing in a lot of new stuff to the house, which is great, but we are finding a lot of unlisted items in the bins. So we are ending up like adding to the inventory, even though I'm not adding into the space. It's stuff that's been taking up space in my inventory bins and just not listed. So I just feel like we're really getting into the nitty-gritty. I've had a couple offers on items on eBay that I discovered had sold on Poshmark like in 2021. But like, because I have basically cut my inventory in half, it's so much more manageable. We are condensing bins. I have 4 empty bins in our sweater section. So as we're going through bins, we're condensing, we're moving things so that we're filling up one bin and emptying out another bin, so that when the rug comes, which was what was the catalyst for all of this, is we're getting a new rug in my basement and we're rearranging the whole basement space with my studio and where Tina takes pictures and where my inventory is kept. But I think at this point I was optimistic that I was going to put my rug in before Christmas, but now that we have the condo, it's just not going to happen. We're going to wait until the kids are back in their places after Christmas. Rocco and Angelina will be going to Madrid together. Anthony will be back in New York, and I'll probably have the rug installed in January. Sorry, this is such just like a chatty video. Why don't we take a second and I'll show you some of the sales, and then I have a little something to talk to you about for Giving Tuesday. I have a few sales to share with you before we get on with the day. This Lucky Brand t-shirt sold for $15. I was just trying to see how long I've had this. It's such a long time. But $15 I thought was great because I think I had this listed around 20. So that was like a normal sale, not liquidation pricing. Same with this. This is going out to a repeat buyer. Thank you, Lois. This is a crossbody strap. I think it's leather, but it's unbranded. So we had to just say we're not sure, but it looks like leather. Lois sent me a very fair offer for $15 on this crossbody strap. That is heading out. This is a 3-piece bundle that sold for $30. These Jenny Intimates PJ shorts, I got these at the bins. They had put out a bunch of Macy's pajamas, and these were new with tag. These were in the bundle. This intimately free ribbed turtleneck was something that we discovered when we were going through our bins that was in the bins, but not listed. This has been a very common occurrence where we're storing stuff in inventory and it's not listed. I don't know if it got lost in drafts at one point, if it was randomly delisted by Poshmark, which I heard happens once in a while, or if it was just something we inventoried and just never listed or drafted. Anyways, this was part of the bundle. And then this Chaser t-shirt. Chaser is a brand that I used to really love picking up, probably in 2019. They don't sell very well, but they're actually super cute. This just says Chill Tiger, very cute. So this 3-piece bundle sold for $30. Okay, so just a couple sales I wanted to share with you. This is an organization I want to talk about. This is not sponsored or anything. This is something that is near and dear to my heart and to Jay's. Jay is the chairman of the board for Birthday Wishes. We started out with this organization which provides birthday parties to children in homeless shelters. We started as volunteers probably 5 or 6 years ago. We serviced the greater Worcester area. We would go to the headquarters, which at the time were in Newton, Mass, and they had volunteers who put together birthday bags. They would provide cupcakes, party streamers, and decorations to put on a birthday party. And then we would bring them to homeless shelters and they would have a birthday party celebration and give gifts through Birthday Wishes to all of the kids in the homeless shelter who celebrate a birthday that particular month. We got to meet the kids in these homeless shelters and the families and the incredible volunteers, and it's just the best organization. Birthdays have always been a really huge deal in our family. We'll have a family party and we'll have a friend party, and my mom is a cake decorator, so every year the kids would be able to pick out the cake of their choice, and it's such a big deal in the Tata house that this was like a perfect fit. It's a smaller organization. They really need help. So it says Birthday Wishes hopes to celebrate over 6,000 birthdays this year. So there's a QR code that you can scan. I will also leave you a link. Any donation will help. They have volunteers who purchase the gifts for the kids. The kids are able to give a little wish list. I love that Jay is in a leadership role now, but I really do miss the days when we used to go to the homeless shelters and see the kids' faces when we delivered these bags. It was really special. We have over 200 shelter partners in 7 states, 17,500 gifts that have been wrapped and delivered. We've celebrated over 5,000 kids' birthdays. I'm pretty sure they're expanding now, and they're now offering like newborn kits for any babies who are born in the shelters. I think they're also doing something for high school students or graduates. So the organization is expanding. It means so much to our family, and I just feel like something as simple as a child's birthday party can make such a difference in their life, which is why we love this organization. So thank you so much for participating in this Giving Tuesday drive. You are going to make someone's day. Thank you so much. I think I'm overtired and very emotional this week. But anyways, we are gonna go to Boston now. We're gonna check out what the place looks like in our final walkthrough, and fingers crossed that we get some keys for tonight. All right, we're here doing the final walkthrough. This is my sister-in-law, Katie, our realtor. We got the hot water running. She's got her flashlight out.
Yeah.
I've made a few trips, but I'll bring you downstairs. But this is it. This is the dining room table's gonna go here. We're having a new TV put in there. Well, like that looks like a picture frame. Here's our windows. That looks at our alley. And then here's where the couch and bar is gonna be. This is going to be the kids' room right here. We're either gonna do a day bed or we're gonna do like a full bed with a trundle underneath and a desk. There's more natural lighting upstairs, so more than likely I'll be filming there. Bathroom number 1. And then this is our bedroom over here. And we just made sure that the tub was working. We're so happy. We just called to approve the final walkthrough. Stairs up and a TV, and we're good to go. This is pretty much our only storage, is this closet right here. We're so excited. Washer dryer is right outside the door. And that's a wrap. It's gonna be a pain to keep these floors clean. I like the contrast, but the dust is already driving me crazy. But I'll be walking around with a Swiffer all the time.
We got the keys. We got keys to the apartment. Do you want to go to Boston? Do you want to go see our apartment and go nights in the city? I'm so excited.